to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Portland Trailblazers. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Let's see the stat sheet here for C.J. McCollum.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Here's the starting group for Portland. We've got Jeremy Grant, Avdia out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at power forward. And for New Orleans, we've got Trey Murphy, Zion Williamson out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Misi in at the 5. Well, Grant, I hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights.
Now here's Simons. Playing Washington, he was nearly unstoppable. Avdia finds Grant. Knocks down the long J.
Grant in a bit of a hurry there. No problem.
McCollum looks around. Over Simons. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. And it's Simons with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. Off the outside. And there's the screen. This one for 3. Rebound by Olynyk. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. McCollum outside. Fires for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, no doubt McCollum is dangerous from distance.
Has to Klingon. Simons outside. Avdia with it. Three-pointer. Misi grabs the board. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Williams. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible. Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
Pass to Kamare. Back to Simons. Five on the clock. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
And Williamson gets it to go.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
Here's Simons after the basket by New Orleans. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Gets the 3-ball to go.
That's a textbook catch and shoot. Simons got his feet lined up and was ready to go.
Well, one of the sharpest players off the floor, C.J. McCollum.
Well, Brian, he also did a great job as president of the Players Union, and he's great on his podcast, too.
I'm sure he'll be doing games with you suited up after his playing career.
Yeah, I just hope he's not taking my job.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And with a quick break, let's see which rookies are making the greatest impact on the glass. Fourth, Donovan Klingon.
Rebounding is a skill that can easily translate into the pro game. He had a reputation for being good on the boards, and he has certainly delivered on that.
Here's Avdia. Right now, he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
And both free throws good for Avdia. Stan, after his 12-year playing career, Willie Green has made a seamless transition into coaching.
Yeah, first of all, Willie Green is a person of very high character. Second, Brian, he consciously started preparing himself to coach while he was still playing, and then he was able to work on great staffs under great coaches, and now he's an outstanding head coach in his own right.
Now here's Simons, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. To the paint. Here's Misi, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Up top, Grant, covered by Williamson. Down low. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now here's Williamson. He has 6. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Jeremy Grant. Well, Coach, Zion is always must-see TV when he plays. It's his availability that is questioned.
Yeah, it is, Brian, but he's been healthier. And when he plays, there's nobody like him in the NBA with that size, skill, and force.
That free throw misses. And coming down the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, have modern training methods helped players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, B.A. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down too.
Good on the second one.
Yeah, you have to really appreciate Williamson's fire and tenacity on the court. Players like him get everyone to increase their intensity.
Here's Klingon. No made baskets yet. And here's Grant from the arc. Misi grabs the board. The Pelicans have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Williamson outside. Right side Olynyk from outside the arc. Portland with a rebound. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And you know, some games you're plagued by false starts and slow momentum. You could tell they were getting frustrated.
Well, it wasn't a pretty game as far as shooting goes, but ugly wins count just the same.
They now take the lead. Simons has got 6 points.
Well, you can't give Simons a look from 3. He's a knockdown guy.
Williamson against Grant. Williamson inside. Missed inside. And so Grant will bring it up for Portland. Avdia, right side. Grant against Williamson. Shot clock at 6. Grant in the post, covered by Williamson, and Grant gets it to go. He's got 5.
Well, a little aggressiveness pays off for Grant inside, and as a coach, you love to see that effort.
They set the pick. Inside, here's Misi, powered down after the assist, led him to the lane.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. So it's Portland now. And here's Simons outside. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
For 3.
Pelicans trail by 4. And here's Williamson. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
Yeah, and how about his work on the defensive side, swatting away several shot attempts.
And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Avdia against Williamson. McCollum on the wing. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Stan, with the trade of Damian Lillard in 2023, Portland was headed in a new direction.
Yeah, Brian, they really decided to go young, added a top 3 pick in Scoot Henderson. They've been piling up young talent in the Rose City, and now it's all about development. Those players have got to get better. They've got to get good habits. They've just got to continue to grow. Well, even though he plays with a scorer's mindset, you can put McCollum in a playmaking role. He gives you options.
And McCollum drops them both. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Pass to Olynyk. And here's Williamson, defended by Avdia. Goes up on the baseline. Out to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. It's deflected.
Well, known for his terrific defense, Grant is so good at getting his timing down to block shots.
Alvarado's checked in for Williamson. Now here's Simons. 9 points in the game. Henderson finds Simons. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I really think the nail in the coffin was their missed free throws. That's usually an ominous sign.
Yeah, and it can be deflating when you leave all those points at the line. But it generally is a make or miss lead.
So it's Portland now. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago. There's Simons with a 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Misi's got 4 rebounds now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
On defense, the Trailblazers. Avdia with a steal. Pass to Henderson. Here's Reith. Here's Sharp. McCollum defends. And that one's good. Sharp.
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
Alvarado outside. Back to McCollum. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Henderson scanning the floor. Puts it up from 15. Robinson Earl with a rebound.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
McCollum against Avdia. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, you got to be careful how you guard McCollum because he's skilled at drawing those whistles.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Bamba's checked in. And McCollum drops them both. So it's Portland now. Here's Henderson. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Off the outside. Pass to Sharp. From the high post, he drills it.
And it looks like Sharp is fairly comfortable in the mid-range. Having dynamic shot-making ability would be a big plus for him.
Here's Boston. No points so far. Robinson Earl connects from downtown.
Rock-solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
It's Sharp with the drive. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
McCollum, the pass to Bamba, right wing. Now McCollum. Alvarado outside. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to hurry, late clock. Henderson against McCollum. Outside Sharp. Here's the pick.
Wow!
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Now here's Alvarado. Boy, he just disappeared against Detroit. They needed him. Boston, the pass to Alvarado. Here's Robinson Earl. And a miss there on the triple.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
To the middle. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Pelicans. And now a break to glance at the rookies who scored the most per game during the last month of play. In the third spot, Scoot Henderson.
Those averages have distanced him from the pack. And the scary thing is, he may widen that margin.
For New Orleans, Zion Williamson is checked in for Bamba. And it's Brown in for McCollum. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Thibault, he's checked in for Avdia. Pass to Boston. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Williamson for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Henderson outside. Now Sharp. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Thibault. Pass to Williams. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Sharp, no good. Here's Boston. C.J. McCollum has been leading the charge for the Pelicans. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. More 2K action in just a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And here's Williamson. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They've got Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Zion Williamson out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's Jose Alvarado. And it's Boston in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Kick out to Brown. The shot from 20 feet out. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Portland trailing here. Now Sharp, coming off a 16-point game against Washington. Henderson for three. Sinks it from distance. Henderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
There's something Henderson is still working on, getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
To the inside. Williamson powers down the jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answer that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Now here's Williamson. He's got 9 from behind the arc. Robinson Earl, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Williams. And Williams punches it home.
A strong player. When you foul Williams, you really have to make sure you foul him.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Robert Williams at the line for one.
Coach, you spent a lot of time in New Orleans. Coach form, as a matter of fact. It's a fun stop in the NBA. There's some amazing food in the Big Easy.
Yeah, Brian, I love the city of New Orleans, but when I coached there, it was in the pandemic. All the restaurants were closed, all the entertainment was closed. We couldn't enjoy the jazz or the food.
Now here's Williamson. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Kamari for 3. Pelicans cleared away. Here's Boston, still without a bucket. Williamson with it, out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. Portland leading by 3. Henderson outside. Thibault on the wing. Beyond the arc. Drains the triple. Thibault's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Here's Boston, guarded by Sharp. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Boston's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Sharp, puts up a 3. Another 3 for Portland.
I just love the ball movement.
Pelicans trail by 7. And here's Alvarado. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
Switch.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Williamson. Oh, the D, no chance against Williamson.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Trailblazers lead by 5. Outside Sharp. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. One guy here this evening, Shaedon Sharp. Incredibly talented, Stan.
Hey, Brian, you talk about a guy with potentially a very high ceiling. He's got all the physical tools you need. His skills are improving. He's still young and still putting it together.
And he drops the first. Well, Stan, he was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
Walker, he's checked in for Kamara. Both free throws good from Sharp. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Murray's checked in for Portland.
One shot.
Well, he doesn't get to the line all that often, but Murphy is nails at the stripe.
Henderson outside. To the middle. Here's Sharp. Dumps it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Left side Sharp. Deflected. Now here's Williamson. 11 points in the game. Pass to Boston. Sharp against Williamson. From 13. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. It'll be Trailblazers ball. And a quick look at how New Orleans' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
This road stretch could be rough. They just haven't executed at all away from home. So they're going to have to figure out those problems and figure them out soon.
Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Simons comes in for Thibault. Trailblazers lead by 4. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Olenix checked in for New Orleans. C.J. McCollum comes in for Alvarado. And a chance now to review the small forwards with the most assists in the last month. Zion Williamson 4th. And of course, Denny Avdia.
They're smart, athletic players who move the ball well in any situation, transition, the half-court set. You can count on them to just make good decisions.
Yeah, you can't teach the kind of vision that they have. Natural instinct to read the floor and find the open guy that they all possess.
Here's Klingon. 11 points for him last game against Washington.
And how about the rebounding, too? He was just all over the glass, and the other team had no answers for how to contain him.
Now here's McCollum. 4-point game. Williamson with a screen on Henderson. McCollum's shot is off. Portland has got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the 3-point line in the second. Pass to Sharp. Back to Henderson. 18 feet out. Tipped. Now Williamson. 11 points in the game. Now here's McCollum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCollum's got 13 now.
Well, and they have to just keep feeding C.J. McCollum. He is on a heater.
Here's Simons. Drained it for 2 points. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. Here's Williamson. Inside. Here's McCollum. Can't connect from short range. Trailblazers lead by 4. Here's Sharp. And Williamson with the block.
Great potential for Zion on defense. We see glimpses with blocks like that.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times or he will bury you.
Pass to Simons. Here's Klingon. No points yet. Here's the three. And it's Simons missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a one of one. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. The Trailblazers have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Henderson, the pass to Simons. Fires, top of the key. Yes, on the jumper. He's got 13.
Yeah, we're seeing Simons unleashed on offense. He's in a groove, and his team is helping to keep him in.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Pelicans making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Olynyk for 3. He buries it from 3. Olynyk's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Now here's Avdia. Alvarado defending. Avdia with it. There's the drive. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And not only that, they're off to a pretty hot start shooting from outside. They seem locked in tonight.
And the free throw, no good. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Grant's shot is off.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
McCollum draws the double. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Murphy has become a more well-rounded offensive player, and that includes his ability to draw fouls.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. First one falls for him. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
Denny Avdia at the line for 1.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 16.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
Here's Simons. Here's Kamare. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Simons' shot is good. Simons got 6 in the quarter.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
And here's McCollum. 19 points in the game. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. Trailblazers lead by 3. Pass to Kamare. Simons outside. McCollum pulls it in. New Orleans has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Misi. Left side Olynyk. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Misi. McCollum way outside. That misses. Had a chance to tie it.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves. Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Down low. Here's Olynyk, and it's Olynyk with a jam.
Man, Olynyk really throwing it down with some power.
To the paint. Here's Grant. Can't get that one to go. He's just 2 of 5 now from the field. Pelicans trail by 3. Pass to Misi. McCollum against Avdia. They double team McCollum. Olynyk for 3. That's good. And it's McCollum with the assist. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one.
We've seen Olynyk do this for over a decade. Stretch the floor with his shooting.
Now here's Avdia. He picked up 15 in their last win against Washington.
And he didn't just put up big points. He beat everyone to the boards. If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
For 3, McCollum. He can't get it to go. C.J. McCollum has been leading the charge for New Orleans. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
53. We direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum roll. All right, they're measuring up the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
Hello, everybody. We all like close games, and tonight's matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans does not disappoint.
See their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. And now, as the season winds down, a look at the Western Conference picture.
You know, for the Pelicans, coming down the stretch, final month of the season, can they find a way to climb back into the playoff picture?
Well, right now they're way back in the pack, but I guess you never know. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Well, you know, C.J. McCollum has been really making an impact here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And New Orleans shooting around 50% in the game so far. On the court right now for Portland. Anthony Simons out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the 4. Gets the 3 to fall.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Simons finds Avdia. Back to Simons. All sorts of time. Count it. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
Yeah, the jumper from Simons is smooth like butter.
Up top, McCollum. He's covered by Simons. Back to McCollum. Clock at 6. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Anthony Simons. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
And he makes the first. It's both from the stripe. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Pass to Kamare. Back to Simons. To the middle. Here's Grant. It's Avdia on the wing. Here's Klingon. Simons outside. Takes the 3. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Off the pass, McCollum can be instantaneous. He doesn't think, he just shoots.
Here's Kamare. Buries it from 3. Kamare's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Simons outside for the lead. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 5 rebounds tonight. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Here's McCollum. Out to the right wing. Here's Williamson. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Williamson's got 13.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for him.
And the defense he's played lately has really been tremendous. It's clear he's working his tail off on this end and collecting a number of steals as a result. You have to commend that type of effort.
Now off the inbound. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
McCollum against Simons. McCollum's shot is off. And it's Simons with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. And that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them. Pass to Kamare for the lead. It's hauled in by New Orleans. McCollum's got his 4th rebound in this one. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third.
Well, that's the thing about McCollum. He can absorb the contact and still complete the play.
Here's Clingan. Off the outside. The shot no good. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Now here's McCollum. And he's got 28 now. And it's Olynyk with a jam.
He's more than capable of running an offense. McCollum is a combo guard who you trust with the ball.
Pass to Kamare. And here's Grant. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. Inside. Here's Clingan. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Clingan, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. No good on the second free throw. The Pelicans lead by 3. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It goes on Denny Avdia.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He's got free throw attempts 4 and 5 here.
Trey Murphy, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Clingan. There's a screen to the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's McCollum. And he's got 28 now. Here's Williamson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Jeremy Grant.
Forcing his way to the free throw line. Zion is so tough to handle. So strong and athletic.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. That's good from Williamson.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Alvarado's checked in for New Orleans. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
Pass to McCollum. There's the triple. Portland with a rebound. Now Avdia. 9 points in the game. Simons finds Avdia. Back to Grant. They set a pick. Lets the three fly. Pelicans cleared away. Misi's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Avdia pulls it in. Blazers trail by 4. Simons outside. Here's the teardrop. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
Now here's McCollum over Avdia. McCollum's shot is off.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And stolen by Alvarado. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Well, this is where Zion can be so deadly. He gets a bit of space, and he can take advantage of it.
Avdia against McCollum. All right, let's take a look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the teams dominating the offensive glass this season. 4th, Portland. 5th best, the Pelicans.
Well, each of these teams play physical basketball, hitting the offensive glass.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Avdia. And some changes here for Portland. Williams is checked in for Kamara. Sharp comes in for Grant. And it's Henderson in for Simons. And both free throws good for Avdia. The Pelicans lead by 4. Williamson left side. Left block shot on the way. And there it is for him. Williamson's got 18.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
It's Sharp on the wing. McCollum defends. And that one's good. Sharp.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Williamson looking around. Over Williams. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Henderson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Coach, it's such a difficult transition to the NBA. Scoot Henderson joins from the G League Ignite. What do you see in his game?
Well, look, I see a really talented guy who plays the game hard. What you've got to get improvement in are the 2 areas that most people have to improve in: shooting and decision-making.
That's good from Henderson.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Thibault's checked in. Henderson hits them both.
Well, Scoot has all the physical attributes. He has the fearless mentality. But like most young players, he just needs some time to develop and adapt to the NBA game.
Here's Robinson Earl. He's averaging about 6 points per game. for three. Sinks the tray. Kane's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
No good from the wing. Blazers trail by 5. Avdia passes to Sharp. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Back to McCollum. Over Henderson. Shot's good by McCollum. McCollum's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Williams. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Pulls it from the top of the key. And Sharp the bucket on the assist from Williams. Sharp's got 19 points.
Well, nice touch on Sharp's mid-range J. And nice to see him expand his game a little into that area.
For three, McCollum on target from range. McCollum's got 14 points now in the second half.
Making his mark from long range today. That's his 2nd triple of the half, his 5th overall.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Sharp. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And Sharp has no off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
And another exciting young player from Canada. Shaedon Sharp is an elite athlete, and his overall skills are really improving.
Reith, he's checked in for Avdia. And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. 1:46 left to play in the third quarter here. And it's Alvarado missing. Blazers trail by 6. Bible passes to Henderson. Sharp up top. Back to Henderson. Sharp has the open look. Robinson Earl with a rebound. Robinson Earl's got 5 rebounds in the game. Now here's Alvarado. He's closely guarded. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Robert Williams picks up 1. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both.
When they get chances at the line, they make you pay. I mean, their free throws have helped maintain this lead.
Sharp against McCollum. There's a screen. Sharp passes to Williams. Sharp against McCollum. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Pass to McCollum. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter here. Now here's Alvarado. Here's Boston. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Sharp against McCollum. Off with the layup. C.J. McCollum has been leading the charge for the Pelicans. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Zion Williamson, also Jeremiah Robinson-Earl out there. Bruce Brown is out there with Jose Alvarado, and it's Boston in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Back to Williamson. Here's Boston, guarded by Sharp. Boston, the pass to Williamson, and they double up Williamson. Out to the right wing. And it's Alvarado missing. Portland trailing here. Pass to Williams. 3-pointer Sharp. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Here's Boston, guarded by Sharp. There's a screen by Robinson-Earl. Right at the free throw line, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
It's Sharp on the wing. Down low, outside for Henderson. Hauled in by New Orleans. Robinson-Earl's got 6 rebounds in the game. Boston with the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
And that one's good. Sharp.
Showing off some playmaking abilities with the pick and roll. I know Coach likes seeing this from Sharp.
Williamson against Williams. Williamson outside. Alvarado outside. Out left to the wing. Here's Boston. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Shaedon Sharp.
At the line for New Orleans, beats it is Boston. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Walker, he's checked in for Portland. He does not get the second one.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Pass to Henderson. Walker with it. Outside Sharp. Back to Walker. Good D by Williamson. New Orleans in the lead. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Inside and stolen by Williams. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Shot from 16, and it's Portland scoring again.
Growing his passing game. Sharp knows being able to reliably create for others will really round out his skill set.
Now here's Williamson. Alvarado outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots. Zion knocks it down over the D.
The jump shot is a work in progress for Williamson, but he's willing to put in the work.
Thibault on the wing. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Here's Boston. Williamson with a screen on Sharp. Here's Boston. Walker pulls down the board. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Thibault. And that one is hammered home. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Now here's Williamson. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's going to be on Jabari Walker.
He's such a strong player. When you hit Zion, you're usually going to take the worst of it.
Portland making a switch here. Clingan, he's checked in for Williams. Jeremy Grant comes in for Walker. Denny Avdia's checked in for Thibault. And Simon has subbed in for Sharp.
One shot.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. Avdia outside. Simons outside. Pass to Avdia. 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Fires the 3. And it's Boston with the rebound. And the Pelicans shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Here's Alvarado. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Trailblazers have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Here's Clingan. Pass to Henderson. Shoots from the line. And it's Portland with another.
Yeah, very efficient shooter from inside the arc. Henderson can beat you in a plethora of ways.
And here's Alvarado. Here's Boston. And Clingan pulls it down. Clingan's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Grant with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Back to Grant. That one doesn't drop. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. It's tipped. Pass to Simons. Here's Clingan. Grant outside. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
There's the 3. Boston with the bucket.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Clingan. Pass to Henderson. Here's Clingan. And he jams it home with authority.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Kamara, he's checked in for Henderson. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Willie Green had some advice for the team over that last break. Confidence is what he's asking for right now. He said, quote, when it's close, we have to keep believing in ourselves. And if we don't think we can pull it out, we've already lost. So some strong words from coach in the huddle. Back to you, Brian.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to McCollum. From deep. Fires in the triple.
Well, Murphy essentially lives on the arc. His job is to provide his team with consistent outside shooting.
Now here's Avdia to the right side. Simons outside. He gets it in there. Simons got 23.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
McCollum against Simons. Williamson outside. Pass to Misi. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Grant. Here's Williamson. Zion inside. Man, he's just built for that.
An incredible night for Zion. Exactly what we expected, and maybe even a little more.
Back to Simons. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Olynyk's got his 7th rebound here tonight. New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Misi. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
Portland trailing here. Avdia outside. Back to Simons. Avdia, screen on McCollum. McCollum against Simons. Avdia from outside. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Olynyk. Now here's McCollum. Launches it. Hits a 3-pointer. And it's a 5-point New Orleans lead.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Avdia outside. Simons outside. The 3 is up. Knocks down the triple. Simons got 11 points here in the second half.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Pass to McCollum. Over Simons. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers.
2 minutes remaining.
Grant outside. Simons with it. McCollum defends. Here's Clingan. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Williamson. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Moving it up. No good. Hey, great D that time from Grant. Portland has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th.
Yeah, nice dish there by Grant. Playing unselfishly and putting the team ahead of himself.
McCollum against Simons. McCollum's shot is off. And the Trailblazers shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Here's Kamari, guarded by Olynyk. Grant. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
To the inside. Here's Misi. Pass to Olynyk. Clock at 6. Here's Williamson. And again, New Orleans, no good. McCollum against Simons. Here's Clingan. Back to Simons. To take the lead. He connects!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
.23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's McCollum. Olynyk with a screen on Simons. To the paint. They still need this. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Olynyk, doing his best brick wall impression, was still able to wiggle free for the score.
There's 10 seconds left in the game. Now here's Simons. Three-pointer. And he drills the triple! And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
An insane scenario. Not enough time for a catch-and-shoot three, so it has to be an alley-oop that draws the and-one foul.
So a close game sees Portland taking this one. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Shaedon Sharpe.